Everyone. So just to recap the scenario that we are solving, our situation is taking place in a first grade classroom in Rexburg, Idaho. And this is where the students are predominantly LDS. And the problem arises when the teacher is covering a family and culture day in class, and the students were assigned a project to bring pictures and talk about their family in front of the class. And one of the students gets up and shows a picture of their family, and they point to it and say, "This is my dad and this is my other dad." And then one of the LDS students shouts out, "That's not a family. No, a family has to be one mom and one dad. That's wrong. Like, that's just not right." And the situation kind of gets out of control. And so the teacher has to stop and solve the problem. And this is our solution to that.
So we just want to explain that people can have different ideas and have different ideas on what a family is, but we want to explain that the main thing about a family is that you're surrounded by people who love you, and we want to just explain that family can look like different things for different people. You know, some people only have a mom, or some people only have a dad. Some have both, or some might live with their grandparents or cousins. But these are all families, and so people who live with two moms or two dads, you know, those people still support them and love them and are that person's family. So we need to be respectful of everyone and everyone's different backgrounds and families.
And then to further illustrate that point, we're going to have the teacher, they would show the kids like the analogy of using like Harry Potter, because you know, he didn't like the family that he had to live with, his relatives. But when he went to Hogwarts to school, he found a new family with his friends and even among the teachers. And so using that analogy, we would illustrate to the kids like a little better that families can be biological, they can be from friends, they can be through even teachers, and showing them that you know, you can be happy in other places and have different homes away from home, and that just shows them that the family can be anywhere, and lots of people will have those kinds of families, and they need to just be aware of the different situations that other people are in.
Awesome. And once we explain all about the family and we explain that all they have to do is really love you, is we want to teach the kids that we need to support one another as a classroom, and we need to show acceptance and love to each one of the students in our classroom, no matter what their background is. If they're not LDS, or if they are, we still want to show them our support. As LDS members, if we're the teacher and we're LDS, it might be hard not to throw in our personal views on the situation. But we need to show them that even though maybe we don't believe that, and maybe some of the LDS kids in our classroom know we don't believe that because they've seen us at church or something, we need to show the whole classroom that we can still love each one of our students, and we can still show them support, and that's not something that needs to be a controversial subject in our classroom. We should be treating others the way that we want to be treated. So then we might, hopefully in the beginning of the school year, we'll have a classroom motto. And we found a poem called "I Can Be a Pal," and it goes like this: "I can be a pal by smiling at you. I can be a pal when you feel blue. I can be a pal who is honest and kind. I can be a pal when you're in a blind. I can be a pal by saying please and thank you. I can be a pal when no one wants to. I can be a pal every single day. I can be your pal. What do you say?" So this is just a cute little motto that hopefully we could teach our classroom in the beginning of the school year, and this would just be something we'd remind them about and say, "Remember our classroom motto," and we could all say it together and just wrap up our little lesson about culture and diversity like that.
So all in all, we would hope that if the teacher did take the time out of the daily schedule to really address the situation, to really teach these points about family and its definition and acceptance, then students would be able to better understand and be more accepting themselves and more loving to their classmates as well.